Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Divine Earth School, the place where high achievers and spiritual seekers come to embody, express, and explore their divinity, where I talk all things health, wellness, life, and spirituality. So let's dive in. Hello, 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 Mosaic Souls. Hey, Mosaic Souls, this is Rachael Alexander, artist and Mosaic Soul mentor, aka spiritual teacher and transformational life coach with flair. And today I wanted to talk about what is a spiritual life coach and what does that even entail. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I carry many labels, as you notice, in general in my life. And then sometimes I just carry no labels because labels become overburdening. But the point of me bringing this to forward is for potential clients, prospective clients, and those of you who've worked with me before or who are considering working with me and you want to know what a spiritual life coach is and what that even entails and all that good stuff, right? So I have some notes written down for what I really feel like a spiritual life coach does and how I work with my clients in general. So the first thing is that for me, a spiritual life coach really helps you create the life um, that you desire, but through the lens of your thoughts and your belief systems, right? So whereas a normal life coach would work with you based upon sort of psychology and sort of modern day coaching skills, a spiritual life coach does the same thing, but it's very much so through the spiritual lens of the fact that you're a divine being having this human experience, right? So it's not just um, life coaching, hustle, muscle your way through life. It's really from a divine perspective, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing is a spiritual life coach for me. What I do with my clients is help them to awaken to their true potential as the divine being that they truly already are, right? So that's the second thing that I help my clients do. The third thing that I do is I help them move or help you move past internal blocks, problems, and challenges, right? So, whether that's internal or perceived to be external challenges and blocks, I help give you the tools to navigate your lives such that your life becomes more easy, effortless, more free flowing, and more joy filled rather than full of hard changes and always feeling stuck and stagnant or feeling unhappy, right? So that's the third thing that I do. And then the fourth thing that I do is I help you to align with your divinity, your true soul self, right? When I talk about your divinity, I mean you as a spiritual being having this human experience. So your divine self, your true soul self, and the laws of the universe such that you can experience more peace, more prosperity, and more purpose, living a more purpose filled life, right? So those are really of the four things that I help my clients do. And I wanted to talk about 8 things that are that a spiritual life coach does, right? So those are the 4 things that what basically a spiritual life coach encompasses. Now I want to talk about the 8 things that I help you achieve and accomplish, right? So the first thing is that I really help you to remember and rediscover your true self, right? So you're a divine being having this human experience. And for many of us, we might say, oh, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, but not many of us actually live it. So for me, what I do is I help my clients actually start to embody more and more of their true soul selves while in human form. So you don't have to die in order to actually experience your divinity. You can start to experience glimpses and start to actually embody more and more of your soul self while you're in human form. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I help you to connect with the divine within you, right? A lot of times when you come from like religion or stuff like that, or even other spiritual practices, there's this tendency to look outside of you or to utilize someone else as a conduit to which you can receive guidance or inner confidence or inner knowing for your next steps in life. And what I do is I help you to connect to that which is already within you, such that you can start to tap in, which is this third thing that I do, tap in and into and hone and cultivate your intuition, right? So we all have intuitive faculties, and most of us on the planet, if you've been raised in the Western world or even outside of the Western world, we aren't really taught to listen to our intuition unless you grew up in a very spiritually awakened sort of family. or a family of psychics or people who just naturally tuned in, and it was sort of generationally passed down. If you didn't grow up like most of us, I didn't grow up that way, um, and you grew up sort of in the Christian sort of faiths, or Judeo-Christian type faiths, whether that's Muslim or whatever, you didn't really learn these skills, right? Learning to listen to your intuition. It's always been taught um, that you look outside of yourself for guidance, right? And so what I do, and as a spiritual life coach, is help you to turn inward and start to hone and tune into your own innate wisdom, your own intuitive faculties, and start to cultivate your sense of a powerful, strong sense of self. The fourth thing that I do is I help you to discover your true north, your true calling, your purpose, your life, your next life direction. I don't believe that any of us have come to do one thing for the rest of our lives. We've come to explore many in plethora of different experiences. And as a spiritual life coach, what I help you do is to navigate this life's terrain such that you feel confident moving in whatever direction you're looking to go into your life, right? The fifth thing is I help you to release internal blocks. So whatever internal blocks, whether that's emotional, mental, physical, or spiritual blocks, I help you to traverse some of those things such that you can start to embody more and more of your true self while in human form. The sixth thing that I do is like help you to cultivate lasting inner peace, confidence, and joy, right? So, utilizing tools like meditation or a plethora of other spiritual tools that I talk about on this channel and even beyond, but cultivating it such that you don't necessarily have to utilize these tools as a crutch, but you start to embody. These sort of tools and these practices such that they become sort of like second nature, right? They become sort of like gut instinct, right? Things that help you to start to develop a sense of peace, love, joy, prosperity, confidence in your day to day life, such that those become your new modus operandi versus fear, scarcity, lack, stuckness, jealousy, anger, whatever. So those I really help you to cultivate that sense of calm, right? That sense of peace, that sense of powerful inner knowing of who and what you truly are. And then the seventh thing is I help to you to shift to the powerful inner knowing of your true power, such that you begin to shape and shift your life as your soul intends, right? So I'm really a firm believer in putting your soul, in the driver's seat of your life. And the reason I believe that, and the reason I help my clients to do that, is because I truly believe the more that we allow our souls to navigate our lives, we experience less friction on our human journey, because a lot of the times we experience friction and a lot of denser emotion and denser, heavier situations and circumstances because we're running on old operating systems, like the human based societal conditioned operating systems that no longer really serve our divinity. And so our lives feel hard, right? Our lives become hard, right? So when we start to operate at our soul selves, we tap into less denser frequencies, lighter frequencies, and our lives become more easier and flow more freely. Doesn't mean we don't experience any contrast, but it means that our lives become like we begin to develop better coping mechanisms. We begin to develop better self-awareness, self-confidence, self-love, self I said self-awareness, self-empowerment, right? And so helping you to shift into the powerful inner knowing of your true self helps you to begin to navigate your life more with more ease, joy, and fulfillment. And then the eighth and final thing that I help you do is to become your own inner and outer authority and develop lasting self empowerment. So, like I said, in sort of one of the first beginning ones, is a lot of times in religious beliefs or other beliefs, we're taught to always look outside of ourselves. We're looking to our girlfriends for advice. We're looking to our husbands or our wives or our children or our bosses. We're always looking outside of ourselves for permission to be who we truly are. And what I do is I help you to not to say you don't need to take advice from other people, but I'm just what I do is help you to start to utilize and turn inwards and let your inner being be the authority of your life, right? Rather than letting other people be the authority of how you live your life. What I do is I help you to be your own authority, your inner being, your soul, your higher self, whatever word resonates with you. Let your spirit be the authority of over your life, right? So those are the 8 things that I help my clients do. And I hope this video has been helpful so you get a gist of what I do and what this channel is all about and the things that I aim to bring, the content that I even am try to bring about on this channel. I hit it from a very spiritual perspective. So whether that's health, well-being, life in general, finding your true calling, your passions, your purpose, those are the main things that I help my clients achieve and help you all achieve as well, through the free content that I release on this channel. So I hope this has been helpful. And as always, flow with what feels good and let go of what doesn't, because you are divine. You are a divine being, and your soul knows exactly what you've come to explore and experience while on this planet. So if you are looking for more help and you're looking to dive into your own inner world and to cultivate some of these tools that I shared with you in this video, then visit me at divineearthschool.com/call. Again, that link is divineearthschool.com/call. And I look forward to speaking with you to see how we can really further help you to cultivate your own inner strong sense of inner knowing and be the powerful being that you already innately are, and tap into your own true power and potential. So remember, whatever you conceive is what you'll receive, whatever you expect is what you'll get, and however you feel is what will become real for you. So vibrate higher, and I will chat with you guys next time. Peace, love, and light.